Daniel Hampton. I'm here with Rob Johnson, one of my close training partners and really good friends all the way through Jiu-Jitsu. So, Rob, tell me a little about yourself.
Okay, so I'm originally I was born in Canada on the East Coast. I moved out here maybe like 10 years ago.
Do a nice Canadian hey for me.
Hey, love it. I love the Arizona weather. Eh?
Hey.
Yeah.
I can't do it right. All right, so a lot of people quit at blue belt. Obviously, you're a black belt. What got you over that blue belt hump?
Well, so for me, the thing with jiu-jitsu is I found a community, a positive community, in a time in my life where I maybe didn't have so much positive stuff going on. Well, I started jiu-jitsu when I was 31, so it was pretty late in life. And I just ran into this crazy group of guys in the mountains doing this thing that, I had a lot of martial arts experience previous. I'd been doing karate and Muay Thai and stuff like that since I was like 12 years old. And jiu-jitsu, I mean, everybody that did any martial arts knew that jiu-jitsu was where it was at by that time. I mean, this was like 2011, so... I just always had my eye on the prize. I came out of karate, where karate is kind of like a theory-based thing, and like there's a lot of subjective judging, and I was always an active competitor, but there was a lot of times where a contest didn't necessarily, when you're winning a contest didn't necessarily mean you win a fight, whereas jiu-jitsu, I mean, it's pretty definitive. There are some refs decisions and there's a point scoring system, but like when you make someone tap, you make someone tap. And so, yeah, so for training jiu-jitsu for me was like, it was paramount for me to keep it real. And for me, keeping it real meant competing. And so I just had a very competition-oriented style. So I just kept my head down and I trained as hard as I could with all these guys that were always kicking my butt. And, my coach Steve Judson was just like there all the time, every step of the way. And I just never questioned what was going on. I just kept my head down and grinded through. And so, getting through blue belt, I mean, I just never stopped. It was like, it was easy. It was like, states, nationals, worlds, and every other tournament you could fit in between there. And basically I knew I got 2 years to do as well as I could, and so I was always chasing that, those major titles. And basically, like, getting through blue belt wasn't a problem. It was like I didn't have enough time almost, and so I never wavered. And that I attribute that to having like great teammates and brothers that I especially just personally in my life, blue belt was a tough time in life. I got injured a couple times. I got really sick, but it was like, even when I wasn't training, I was in the club because of the community that I had. I really think that that's what got me through blue belt. It was never really a question. There was never a moment in time where I ever thought of quitting jiu-jitsu, even when I didn't know if I was going to be able to ever lift a weight again or like walk properly. It was like jiu-jitsu was always going to be there. So it's the community,
I 100% agree. Like, my friends and teammates that I made in jiu-jitsu definitely is what kept me going. I did have a moment at white belt where I thought I'd quit, but even then, like, it was the friends that kept me coming, or got me back, I should say.
Yeah.
So for you, it wasn't so much belts that had anything to do with it. It was just like, I'm competing at this, and I just got to train to compete.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a 3rd degree black belt in karate, whatever, in Goju karate, whatever that means, So the belts weren't like something that really excited me. I was just all about the process and just like honing my game. I never had a doubt. I mean, it's a kind of funny, goofy story, but I mean, I think 6 months in, I had a couple beers with Steve Judson, and I told him, I was really embarrassed actually. I told him that I wanted to be a world champion, and I was like 31, 32 years old, and like not very good at jiu-jitsu. And but I was just like, look, I'm in it. I'm in this thing. Like, this is it for me. And yeah, there was just really never any looking back. Yeah.
To be fair, you did get brown belt masters champion.
I did, yeah. And I mean, the journey's not over. I did get get up there. I've had some major tournaments. Yeah, I've done some pretty good
Self-fulfilling
stuff.
prophecy. I'm doing it.
Yeah, definitely. For me, my goal is just to take it as far as my body and, stamina can take it, and just push as far as I can and still be able to walk.
So, you teach a little bit with Steve still.
Yeah.
You help. What do you think is the best thing to get people past dropping out at any level?
So when I'm coaching, I've been coaching for a long time, for over 20 years, because I taught little kids and adults when I was a teenager in karate, and so I have a lot of experience in it. And I really think I love jiu-jitsu, I love martial arts in general, but I think the most valuable thing that people get out of it is building their character and growing stronger and becoming more resilient, because you run into so much adversity, right? Every day I'm getting my butt kicked. Every day everybody's getting their butt kicked, and it's hard and it hurts and it sucks, but for some reason everybody loves it. I think that for me, my goal for every single student that comes in, every single training partner that comes in, is I want them to leave the mat feeling good. My coaching style is I almost never critique, and I absolutely never point someone out and critique. I would say never's a strong word. If I have a strong personal relationship with somebody and they're doing something that I think is stupid or detrimental, I will ride them. But for the average student, it's like no matter what, if I have something to say, I address it to the class. I'm always pulling out the positive, and at the end of class, no matter what, everybody ends on a high. Everybody is feeling good, slaps and bumps and hugs at the end of matches. Everybody's laughing. For me, it's like keep it light, because that's what brings people back. If you leave feeling discouraged, then that's going to grow all the time that you're by yourself. You're sitting at home, you're in bed, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. It's going to creep in. When you're going through a rough time, it creeps in. Everybody has those dark moments, but on the mats, and especially at the closing, at the end of the night, it should be the complete opposite of that. It should be the light that brings you back. And that's what we had, right? It was always fun. We always were doing burnouts at the end of class or whatever.
Rope climbs.
Yeah, the rope
climbs.
Oh, the rope climbs. I don't even know how we did it. But I really think that's it. Strong community, positive reinforcement, constantly building everybody up. That's the thing that Steve did for us, I feel like, is there was never any internal competition in our team. It was always about train hard with your brothers, go out and conquer outside.
I was all about beating him. Don't.
I do my best. I never win.
All right, thanks, guys. Love you.